Hi, my name's Ella Kahu and I'm a senior lecturer in psychology at Massey University in Aotearoa, New Zealand. But I also have really strong connections to USC where I'm an adjunct senior research fellow. My research is in the area of student engagement and student experiences at universities, and I have a particular passion for teaching online. All of my own personal teaching at Massey is done distance to my distance students, and of course these days so is everybody else's. So I've been asked just to share with you a couple of tips for working with students online. And of course it's not just the teaching staff who are now working with students online, it's also our support staff. So something new for everyone. I guess the single message that I would say is that it's about making a connection with people. That's what we do. It's important face to face. It doesn't matter if you're working with one person online or with a group of people. It doesn't matter what tool you're using. What matters is that you make that connection. And it is just the same as interacting face to face. But I think that when we're online, we just need to be more conscious of how we do that because it doesn't happen quite so naturally. And I also think that connection stuff is more important now than it has ever been. Our students are going to be struggling. They are struggling. They're struggling with their sense of well-being. They're struggling with their sense of belonging at university, this university that's no longer where they are. And they'll be struggling with their sense of self-efficacy, their belief in their ability to do this. So building a connection, making a relationship with them, even if you only see them once, is even more critical than it used to be. So some quick tips. 1. Smile. It changes your voice, it changes your tone, and we do it really unconsciously when we're face to face with people, but it's kind of harder to do it to a camera. So that's my first one, smile. The second one is eye contact. And this is really challenging because the person that you're talking to is further down the screen. So shift their video up high and try and remember to actually look at the camera because that is the person that you're talking to, even though it's weird because you're talking to a camera. And remember to smile at the camera. Chill out, as in keep it relaxed. People can get a bit stuffy and a bit formal when they're on video. Just relax. It's better to be friendly and warm rather than stuffy and too work focused, if you see what I mean. They're just people. You're just a person. Remember that. Take the time. Number 4, take the time. And by that, what I mean is at the beginning of every interaction, whether it's a 5-minute consultation with a student or a group thing that's going to go for an hour, take a little bit of time at the start to establish some kind of personal connection. Ask them how they are. Tell them about your weekend. Mention something about the weather. It really doesn't matter. Plan an icebreaker activity if you've got a group, but do something to make that personal connection rather than just leaping straight into the business of what it is you're working on and what it is you want to talk about. And the final thing is a slightly more serious thing, and that is facilitate carefully. And this is for if you're doing groups rather than if you're doing one-on-one conversations with students. Take a minute to explain how it's going to work in terms of things like muting microphones, those kinds of little details, and encourage people to indicate when they want to speak rather than just speaking. In online Zoom rooms and things like that, dominating people tend to dominate even more than they do when they're face to face. So keep an eye out for those quiet ones and encourage people to just give you a bit of a sign when they want to talk and then draw them into the conversation. So this was supposed to be 1 minute. I'm absolutely positive it was more than 1 minute, but make a connection, smile, eye contact, chill out, take the time and actually facilitate. Most of all, enjoy it. It's actually kind of fun.